Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Louis, and God bless every single one of you. Today is December 12, 2023, and welcome to the Grand Supreme News channel. Alright guys, give me 1 second here. I just want to make sure everything's running good. Alright, so notifications not going to be sent out, alright, because I think this is like my 5th video, so... yeah, so notifications not going to be sent out. So the next notification will be sent out, I think, 9 o'clock. So remember, YouTube only gives us 3 notifications per day. So this one here is going to be low views or low live stream. It's not going to be too many people on this. But if you follow me on Twitter, I shared this video, all the information I share on Twitter, you will receive notification on Twitter. All right, guys, so we have some breaking news, very big news coming out. I want to show you something really quick here. Give me a second. Let me just pull it up. All right, so this is coming out from the president. He says, we are coming to an end of our ability to help UKR. Once again, this is coming out from the president, and he's basically saying that it seems like it's going to be the end. So what's gonna happen to the yellow and blue? That's the big question. What's gonna happen to this land right here? All right, so you guys already know the leader of this land right here. He's in the US right now. All right, so I got all the information, all the updates. Give me a second. Once again, this is coming out from the US, but without supplemental funding. We're rapidly coming to an end of our ability to help UKR responds to the urgent operational demands that it has. All right, guys, so... all right, and we have a lot more information, guys. I'm thinking about doing another live stream, but it's going to be on Grand Supreme News tonight. All right, we're going to talk a lot about this. There's been some satellite stuff. There's been some... a lot of things, a lot of information I want to share to you. When I say satellites, I'm talking about situation going on with these lands out there. You have NATO and the Bear, all them lands out there. So the Bear blocked the satellites that belongs to NATO and the Sleeping Giant. We're going to talk about that later on. All right, so let's see what's going on in this story here. If you can, please share the video. Guys, I got another video coming up too, okay? So it's going to be one more video for this channel. It's going to be tonight, I think around 9 p.m. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Once again, you have Mr. Z, you have Mr. J, ZJ, or JZ. JZ, nice. We got Jay-Z hip-hops going on right now. Okay, so... I should just call him Jay-Z. I'm not trying to confuse the people here, but all right, so we have Jay-Z in the house. Okay, so you have, and again, guys, you know, Jay is Joe, Z Zelensky, all right, Jay-Z. All right, so you have these two push back on assertion that UKR counter-offensive has stalled. All right, we're going to see what's going on here, and I do have another article. Give me a second here. Let me just read some of your comments really quick. All right, give me a second here. I want to make sure everything's running good. You got the notification? Wow, that's strange. Give me a second here. I didn't get the notification though. Yeah, big shout out to New York Prepper. Yeah, big shout out to New York Prepper. He's been mentioning my name, and thank you so much for that, Prepper. You know, big shout out to Paul and Adrian. You know, big shout out to all the YouTubers out there. A lot of them, a lot of watch men and a lot of watch women out there. Again, it ain't no competition. We're just putting out the info and just giving you guys the best information. And yeah, so big shout out to everyone out there. All right, so you have both. You have the US and again UKR, Jay-Z. Now that name is gonna stay stuck in my head. Puts back against the assertion that UKR counteroffensive is stalling, providing examples of successes on the battlefield. Okay, so you have the US president first reiterated a figure mentioned earlier in a joint news conference by Mr. Z that UKR has taken back 50% of its territories seized by the bear. He also pointed to UKR move to push back the bear navy so it could export grain in the Black Sea. All right. Oh, again, before I forget, they're gonna send, I think, $300 million. They're gonna send $300 million to UKR. Usually, you know, is in the billions, but you guys already know the situation. They're not trying to give that much to UKR. So this is big. Again, the US president first reiterated a figure mentioned earlier in the joint news conference by Mr. Z that UKR has taken back 50% of the territory seized by the bear. He also pointed to UKR move to push back the bear navy so it could export grain in the Black Sea. No, I don't know how's that going to happen. I mean, I don't think the bear is going to allow that, but again, time will tell. Mr. Z talks in Washington comes at a critical moment as the WH warns the sleeping giant aid to UKR could immediately dry up and talks over new assistance are stalled in the House. All right, so they have to figure something out. All right, that's the reason why they're not getting money, because you have a situation going on in the House. Put it like that. All right, so Mr. Z skipping UKR. Excuse me, guys. Mr. Z speaking UKR said the successes on the battlefield were not an easy success, but his country has made serious steps forward. Yes, we had a lot of problems, but nonetheless, we were able to do this. Moreover, you have the bear was not able to stay any part of our territory, any village, any town, Mr. Z said, according to a translator. Okay. I'm hearing good things coming out, but whenever there's good, there's also bad things. Again, it's like, you want to hear the good news or the bad news. So he clarified that this doesn't necessarily apply to big cities, but assured that they had a clear plan to move forward. He declined to give details of those plans publicly. Well, a lot of stuff, guys. And again, you don't want to say too many things because, the enemies could be listening or watching. All right. So let's say the sleeping giant's like, we're going to strike this area at 2:58 p.m. Eastern time. I mean, you're not going to say that. All right. So Mr. Byrne also said that it was because of bipartisan support from more than 50 countries that UKR was able to accomplish these things. When we need, truly apologize, guys, we need to ensure Vladimir continues to fail in the yellow and blue, to succeed, and the best way for that to do that is to pass the supplement, the president said, referring to additional funding that it is stalled in the House. So without the funding, the bear is basically taking advantage and just succeeding. The bear is stronger. The bear is strong. The bear is very powerful. My next live stream, someone is like, what time is that next live stream? Give me a second here. Let me just take out my phone really quick, and we're gonna talk about that one. Hmm. There's a possibility. I think that next live stream might be after this one, man. Because I got everything all set up, the time schedule. So I think after this one, I may have to go live to Grand Supreme News because we got to talk about the satellites that was impacted. So there's some satellite that was announced. So yeah. So after this, I'm gonna have to jump over at Grand Supreme News. I'm like Steve Luckner now. All right, so it says we need to ensure that Vladimir continues to fail in UKR and UKR to succeed, and the best way for that. And the best way for that is that we need ching ching. Again, they need all that cheddar. Give me a second here. So the president says Sleeping Giant will support UKR as long as we can. An apparent shift from previous language. All right, give me a second here, guys. I'm gonna have to close some windows here. My computer is just, it's freezing. Just give me 1 second here, guys. When you read from the Daily Mail, they have some they have some a lot of stuff in that causes my computer to slow down. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it says here it was a shift that reflected the major headwinds in approving new Sleeping Giant assistant to UKR. After Mr. Z meeting with lawmakers on the Hill, it appeared no clearer that new aid will be forthcoming before the end of the year. You think by the before the holidays, you think Mr. Z is gonna get something? So far, 300 million is what he gave him. I mean, that's what I heard. 300 million. All right, so it says here, opening his news conference, you have the president said that the bear leader was banking on the Sleeping Giant failing to deliver new aid. Yeah, I truly apologize, guys, if it's buffering. All right, so it says here once again, new aid, and said that the Sleeping Giant division, providing new aid was playing into the Bears' hands. We must prove him wrong. Once again, that's coming out from the Sleeping Giant leader. So he noted the host of a Bear State television program had praised the right for blocking the passage of new yellow and blue aid last week. Look at that. I was not aware of that one. So there was a Bear State television program that dedicated I guess one of their shows to the R. Here we go. They praise them. They say, thank you so much. You guys are the heroes. All right, so it seems like the computer's good. My computer sounded like it sounded like a big plane propellers, right? I mean, it sounded just like that. And I have an iMac, and these computers are really good. So again, for me as a YouTuber, I got to get the good ones. but it sounded like propellers and stuff. So sometimes these articles do have certain things, and the good thing about this computer that it blocks virus. All right, so if you're being celebrated by the bear, you know what? It might be time to rethink what you're doing, the president said. Once again, he later defined the sleeping giant expectation for UKR as the WAR approaches the end of its second year. We want to see the yellow and blue win the biblical war. Winning means the yellow and blue is a Soviet independent nation, and it can afford to defend itself today and deter further aggression. That's our objective. Once again, that's coming out from the U.S. leader. These are the information coming out. Now, give me a second here. I have more info. Okay, here we go. It might be the same thing, but give me a second. Oh, by the way, guys, I heard something, and I'm gonna talk about it later on in my new channel. Make sure you follow me at the Rise Up Warrior. But something happened in, I think, Iowa, where you have a parent. I don't know, one of the, again, parents have the young one, and they're trying to protect them because he could be the Messiah, or again, they're trying to put, I don't know, guys. I mean, someone sent me the link, and I just saw the title. I didn't read the article, but this is happening in Iowa, that they're protecting is the young. I mean, again, the young one, because they believe that he is the Messiah. Again, guys, all these stories are just coming out. People sharing me these links, and yeah, I might have to make a video about that one there. All right, so let's see what's going on with this one here. So again, you have a sleeping giant leader and the UKR leader offered a united front on Tuesday as the pair made a renewed push for the House to approve more aid for UKR before the end of the year. So once again, you have the sleeping giant leader announce he signed an additional 200 million. I thought it was 300 million. Okay, so I truly apologize. I mentioned 300 million. It's not. It's 200 million in drawdown funds for UKR. Now, again, 200 million is not that much when you want to try to take out the bear. It's not that much. I mean, in order to take out the bear, you need a good. I mean, right now we spend over $100 billion. I mean, you need a good $300-400, maybe $500 billion to even weaken the bear. $300 million is nothing. It's like going to a store and buying a bag of chips and a soda, and that's dinner. All right, so again, Mr. Burns and UKR leader offered a. I'm gonna skip that one. So you have Mr. Burns announced he signed an additional $200 million in the drawdown funds for UKR, but said the sleeping giant funds will dry up. It will dry up fast. Now, during a joint press conference alongside Mr. Z at the WH Tuesday, Mr. Burns said UKR will emerge from this WAR proud, free, and firmly rooted in the West, unless we walk away. All right, so once again, the decision was made. Excuse me, the decision we make now are going to determine the future for decades to come, particularly in this region. I'm just going to skip the name, guys. All right, so once again, Mr. Burns said in a meeting with Z Tuesday afternoon, and this is one of those moments the House needs to pass the supplemental funding for UKR. So again, guys, this is basically a urging response and pleading for help. This is basically for the House. This event, Jay-Z, again, Joe and Z, Zelensky, are coming together and trying to talk to the House and say, hey, please help us. 200 million is not enough. Well, how much you need? $60 billion. It's like Dr. Evil and stuff, All right, so that's their plan. 60 billion is what they want. So Mr. Z began his trip to the Sleeping Giant with meetings on the Hill. So we already know this. I'm just gonna skip some of this stuff here, guys. Give me 1 second here. So once again, a $200 million drawdown of powerful stuff to UKR is relatively small package. Again, like I mentioned, it's barely nothing. It's like, buying a bag of chip and a soda, and that's going to be for dinner. Just stay home, watch Al Bundy, and just have a bag of chip and a soda. And maybe a cup of noodle. All right. Okay, so 200 million drawdown of powerful stuff for UKR is relatively small package that includes essential like 105 or all these stuff here, guys. $200 million will buy all this stuff here. All right, these are the packages right here. This year, once again, the administration is having to, can't see that word, give me a second here, dole out small tranches of assistance as it stretches the remaining funding. This stands in contrast to last year when the Sleeping Giant pledged a $1 billion drawdown with a, I'm going to skip that name, this powerful stuff to UKR on the day Z visited last year. All right, so basically he's sounding the alarm on this one here. When I say he, I'm talking about Mr. Burns, not Mr. Z, but Mr. Burns is sounding the alarm on this one. He's saying, Mr. Burns says, we are coming to an end of our ability to help UKR. All right, so we just have to wait for the House. But as of right now, this, again, the yellow and blue need help. They need something. $200 million is not going to be enough to take out the bear. It's not even going to slow down the bear. You need a lot. And the reason why they're not getting the funds is because there's new people in the House, new faces. And Mr. Johnson, he put his foot down and said, hey, no. All right. The banks are closed. All right, so again, they're gonna have to figure something out here, guys. Now, give me a second. Let me just read some of your comments. I got another live stream coming up, and I'm gonna do it over at Grand Supreme News. Grand Supreme News, we almost at 80,000 subscribers, so make sure you follow that channel, guys. And in that channel, we're gonna talk about the bear. I mean, something happened with the satellite, man. Yeah, we're gonna talk about more stuff in that one. All right, so I got a lot of good stuff, and yeah, I think I'm gonna read some of your comments, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Now I'm gonna set up a new live stream for the other one. It's gonna be a busy day today. I want to thank everybody so much for the love and support. Thank you so much for sharing the video, subscribing. Thank you so much for the super chat, or supporting through PayPal, or what do you call that thing? But again, thank you so much for the love and support. And thank you so much for the letters, for the kind letters. Thank you so much. I really, 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 really appreciate it. Now, I will send letters back. But guys, I have so much stuff already packed. I mean, it's been so hard for us, time consuming. I mean, race against time. Let me just read some of your comments. Um. Okay, so it says here, I guess a lot of elderly people and other people on life-saving machines will DIE. I don't know what you mean by that. Curious how you move is progressing. I mean, we still, again, we still doing like the closing, and everything seems like is coming together. Hopefully everything goes well. But they said at the very end, when it comes to closing, there's always something. Hopefully nothing happens, and our realtor said, hey, it's gonna be Friday. We're gonna be doing all that signing. It was supposed to be Thursday, but now it's Friday because I guess certain things has to be fixed in the house, and the seller he has to fix one or two more things, and but hopefully everything is done by this week. I will keep you updated, and if everything is done, I have to get a big U-Haul, and I have to just pack everything up. I already got a big dumpster yesterday, which again, the dumpster was like $350. It was a 20-foot yard. I mean, it was a 20 yard. It was pretty decent, and it was like 350 with the taxes and all that. It came out to 400. I dumped everything in that thing. I was throwing stuff in there, and I was making videos at the same time, and I was so tired. I never knew we had a bathroom in the garage. I'm kidding, guys. Yeah, we never used that bathroom, but I forgot that there was a bathroom in there. So we clean everything up. Everything's all clean. Everything's all boxed up. And yeah, it was a lot of work. Now we have to wait for the realtor and just go sign the papers, and then we get the keys. Hopefully everything's well. How can UKR win when 40-year-old men are on the front lines and 60 some grannies? Well, we're going to talk more about that, all right, over at Grand Supreme News. Grand Supreme News is not that, I mean, I'm not getting hit hard on that channel, but we're going to talk more about that over there. I'll try to be very careful here, which, by the way, I did email YouTube, and I was talking to one of the YouTube thing, and they gave me some advice on how to make videos and this and that, and it's basically it's like the AI is the one that is reviewing my videos, and I guess it's a new system they put in place, and the AI is just coming after me. I guess because I made a video of Elon and the AI. Who knows? All right, so I agree. Z has already lost. Well, not yet, because as long as the sleeping giants are involved. I mean, the sleeping giant didn't wave the white flag. The sleeping giant, I mean, Mr. Burns said that he stands with the whole. Mr. Burns said that he would stand with the yellow and blue country. So yeah, I don't think it's over for the yellow and blue yet. Please look up. I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that in this platform. Again, I know which one you're talking about, and I've been talking about that way back in all those years in 2019, 20. Those are again, those are the ones that I got hit really hard. So sometime leave those for like Patreon. What states? So what state? Well, I'm still staying in Florida, so I'm not moving out of Florida. I'm just moving from one area to another. All right, so again, Tampa Bay, all the way down to like somewhere possibly in Spring Hill. Spring Hill is very nice, very peaceful. It's like it's like the farm. You got all these animals, and You know, people are very nice, and and yeah, I mean, it's way far out the city. You don't, it's just, you're out in the boondocks. All right. I stand with Jesus. Amen to that. Thank you, Lewis, for all your reporting. You do a very good job. Hope goes well with your move. Hopefully. Thank you so much, Yasula. Thank you so much. Again, guys, it's not 100% yet about the moving. I just want to say, hey, we got it. Here's the keys. But again, we just gotta wait. It's Tuesday, right? Yes, Tuesday. Couple more days. Springfield, Florida. Spring Hill. I'm thinking about The Simpsons here. Spring Hill, Florida is beautiful. It is. It's beautiful. It's cheap. It's very nice. The people there are nice. I mean, you can find a house there, a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom, 1,600 square feet, 4-bedroom, a car garage, possibly a swimming pool. You could get it for like 200,000 or maybe 220. I mean, it's not that bad compared to like up north. I mean, places. I mean, houses in California is so expensive. Ooh, I'll stay away from that ASAP. All right, guys. So, Kansas here. Hey, Kansas is in the house. I was thinking about purchasing some Kansas hot sauce. I heard it, it's way too hot. I'm not gonna be messing with the Kansas hot sauce. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end this stream, but thank you so much for tuning in. I got one more video for this channel later on tonight, but I'm gonna go do a live stream over at Grand Supreme News. Maybe, give me like 30 minutes. Anyway, guys,